What's up? Good evening. Today is February 2nd, 2019. And boy, today was a super rainy day. I hope everybody out there was safe, driving safely, and staying as dry as possible. I'm a little wet. I just went to go walk my dog, and it was really wet. Today, though, man, oh my God. There's so much flood in the valley, right? That some of the streets kind of like, what do you call it? Like, I don't want to say cave in, but they sort of like angle in, right? And so some of the cars parked on the street, the water was up to the tire. So this is the tire, and it was, the water was right up here, and I just wondered. I mean, thank goodness we have a parking garage that we park in, but I just wonder, like, how do people get into their cars? I can't even imagine that right now. So I don't want to experience that. So I was today. I had my first appointment with acupuncturist, and the reason why I'm going to acupuncturist is because I've been having these these rashes that sort of like are a reaction to either food or like sometimes when I scratch myself, right? So I had the consultation for the first time about 2 weeks ago. And the acupuncturist basically looked at my tongue and, based off of the chart, told me that, I'm actually pretty healthy. It's just there's a section on my tongue that shows I have like respiratory issues, and a lot of that I'm assuming is from our last apartment or years of maybe just smoking. Not really sure which one it might be sensitive to, but overall, like now it's like affecting how my body stores heat. So this thing called like there's the yin and the yang, right? And so my body has a certain chi that is stored up in what the acupuncture said is stored up in the kidneys, which is sort of not fully cooperating with certain parts of my body. So, which is affecting my lungs. So I asked her, I go, what's one of the best ways to kind of like heal this, right? And one thing she said was to stay off like all stimulants, like anything spicy. Another thing she said, because I asked her, should I exercise more, kind of get my heart rate up so I can breathe more? She said, no, you don't really have to do extraneous exercises. Just do things like Pilates or yoga. She just said meditate, and I go, great. I meditate like two hours a day, right? I actually chant, which is active meditation, 2 hours a day. So anyhow, besides that point, went to the acupuncturist and had my first session today, and it's like traditional Chinese medicine is really interesting. I grew up with traditional Chinese medicine, but I never really looked into it, right? Sort of took it for granted. And, I grew up with like a lot of stuff like, cupping, acupuncture, so many other things like herbal treatments. It's just everything, right? And I really wanted to go to a more sort of like, in like an Asian doctor, right? Like a Chinese doctor. But, my wife is sort of like skeptical. But I realized it wasn't that she was skeptical, it's that it was better to talk to somebody that was maybe spoke more English or not Chinese, just because it's more palatable for us, right? And plus many other people that aren't Asian go there, right? So you read the reviews and all this stuff, blah blah blah, blah, and it makes more sense. So I'm open to that. It's not even the point of like whether it's having a an Asian doctor, a Chinese doctor, like you work on me. It's not even that point. It's just a better way to understand it, if you will. So anyhow, had my first session today, and it's interesting. Like it's an hour, and I would say that my first experience, actually it's my third experience. The first two were maybe like years ago, but I don't remember those, right? It was a different type of acupuncture too, because it was a whole different acupuncture. Anyhow, this one was fixing my certain parts of my chi, right? So I had these images pop up, and I had this in the first maybe 20 minutes. I had this image of this kid offering me bok choy and coconuts, right? And I just thought, what the fuck does this mean, right? And then I realized, oh, maybe it's my body calling out for this stuff. So right after the session, I immediately went to go get some coconuts and bok choy. I still haven't had the coconut yet. Maybe I should have one. Maybe I should crack one up before I go to bed. Anyhow, but yeah, it was really interesting. And then I had all these like really cool thoughts and visuals. It's almost like I was in a state of dreaming without being fully asleep, right? Sort of like that moment of like right after you get a really good massage, and they let you rest for about like 5 to 10 minutes, and your brain just sort of goes into transmittal mode, transmitting your thoughts, and these like fucking awesome visuals, right? Anyhow, so that was my first experience. So I have another appointment in about a couple weeks, and looking forward to that. I also want to try cupping one of these days. I haven't done cupping in years, and I did it when I was a lot younger, but I'm a lot more wise now, so really want to experience that. And I'm sort of like doing gangster style right now, just like checking myself out. Boop. So anyhow, that was my experience today, tomorrow is going to be another rainy day, so please drive safely out there. If you're in the LA area, please drive safely. And anyhow, good day, good night. That's it, folks. Have a fantastic time wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, talk to you. Bye.